Move Logistics has its origins going back 150 years, but the job and the task remains the same. We have to make sure that our customers and their customers are delighted with the service they're getting. To do that, we have to have a great team and we have to have facilities and equipment that make sure that the job gets done right and gets done safely.
We're in the business to keep our customers' goods moving. Our expert team provide freight and logistics solutions end-to-end to provide our customers with the solutions they need to keep ahead in this fast and changing world.
We don't just have warehouses and lots of trucks. We have a range of skills across a whole lot of industries. We aim to make sure that our customers look at our supply and service as something that is not only an extension of their products, but where they can equally say, wow, it's a pleasure to be dealing with Move.
Our Move mantra is customers, safety and team. Customers are at the heart of everything we do. Safety is our #1 priority, and working together as a team is what gives us our strength.
The business that you see today is changing. It's dynamic and it's made exciting by the people that we have working for us. We move as one is not only a catchy phrase, but something we passionately believe in. We can only achieve greatness together. It also ensures that from a safety point of view and as a team, we've got each other's back because we're moving as one. In terms of a goal, we have a very simple, unambiguous one, and that is to be the best logistics provider in Australasia. We're in the business to keep our customers moving, and that's what we do every day.
Well, tēnā koutou katoa and welcome to Move's 2023 Annual Shareholders Meeting, live here from Christchurch and also to our shareholders online. We appreciate you taking the time to attend and for your continued support for Move Logistics. I'm Lorraine Whitten, the Chair of your Board of Directors, and I declare that a quorum is present and the meeting has been duly convened. The notice of meeting, which includes the explanatory notes, has been circulated to all shareholders, and I intend to take that as read. The audited financial statements for the year ended 30 June 2023 were included in the annual report and released on the 30th of August. You can always find documents about the company, financial accounts, notice of meeting, releases, etc. on our website under the Investors section. Today's meeting is being held both here in person and online. For our online participants, this allows you to watch a live webcast of the meeting, ask questions and submit your votes. You can do this by using the meeting portal and the orange buttons, which you can now see on the screen. To get a voting card, you'll need your shareholder number, which has been sent to you on your proxy form or in the email sent by link. I'll provide you with further prompts as we progress through the meeting. If you encounter any issues, please refer to the online portal guide and you can phone the helpline. Note that to ask a question online, you must first register to vote. I'd like to outline the order of business of the meeting today. We'll start with presentations from myself and then Move's new Chief Executive, Craig Evans. I'll intentionally speak only a little today so that you get a really good chance to hear from Craig, given this is his first annual shareholders meeting for Move. There will then be an opportunity for shareholders' questions and discussion, and then we'll move to the resolutions. Voting on all resolutions will be by way of a poll. There'll be an opportunity for you to ask questions at each resolution before it's put for the vote. Following the resolutions, we'll open for any other business shareholders may wish to discuss. Following the close of the meeting, shareholders are invited to join the board and our management team for refreshments. I'm joined today by most of our key people here on the podium, but also in the audience. I'll ask each of our board directors to raise their hand when I introduce them. Our board is made up of 5 independent directors and 1 non-independent director. We're very pleased to welcome a new director to the board this year, Julia Rao. Julia is standing for election later in the meeting and fills the vacancy created when Peter Dryden retired from the board at our last shareholders meeting. Julia has a strong background in business transformation and digital change, which is of significant value as Move continues its digital journey. She also has deep experience in retail and service industries, having worked for Air New Zealand and as a director on Southern Cross, the Warehouse Group, Z Energy and TVNZ. She's already become a very valued contributor to our discussions. Julia will be standing for election by shareholders today, and you'll have an opportunity to hear a little more from her later in the meeting. Julia is an independent director. I'm also joined by Chris Dunphy, Mark Newman, who chairs our People Committee, Grant Davenport, who chairs our Audit and Risk Committee, and Danny Chan is overseas and viewing online. I won't need to tell you where he might be today. Danny will be standing down at the end of this meeting. He's been a very valued member of the board for over 5 years, joining when Move first listed and supporting our journey to becoming a listed company. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank him on behalf of the board and shareholders for his contribution during this time. We have a recruitment process underway to find a replacement director for Danny. We believe your directors offer valuable and complementary skill sets, a breadth of domestic and international business expertise, and considerable freight and logistics industry experience. There have been no increases in directors' fees since 2018, and we do not recommend an uplift at this time. I'm particularly pleased to introduce Craig Evans, Move's new Chief Executive, who joins the board on the podium with us. Craig joined Move in February this year, and his significant industry experience have brought a fresh perspective to our business. Craig has many years' experience in the industry, with his last role being leading successful Mainfreight New Zealand business. He is passionate about people and achieving great customer service. He is thoughtfully strategic and analytically driven by metrics and measures. He's already infused our organisation with a renewed sense of purpose, positivity and passion. As you may recall, Chris Dunphy led our company temporarily for 15 months to effect change and set us on the path to being a fully integrated logistics service and to fix our freight network. It was always the intention to appoint a permanent CEO from within the sector, and I'm thrilled to have attracted a professional of Craig's calibre to lead our company forward from here. On behalf of the board, I'd like to thank Chris for his leadership and his role as Executive Director. Chris remains as a shareholder in Move and on the board as a non-independent director. Following his appointment as CEO, Craig undertook an in-depth business review to confirm what had been achieved and what was still left to do. This has resulted in a template for our next phase of work, called Project Blueprint. It's a 12 to 18-month pathway to now drive growth, increase skills, keep a tight hold on expenses and strengthen our business. A blueprint to unleash our potential. Craig will talk more to this shortly. We're also joined today by some of our Move's leadership team, which has been strengthened over the last year from both within our ranks and by bringing in people with deep industry knowledge, broad professional experience and role expertise. Please feel free to approach them after this meeting for a chat. You'll find they're a pretty friendly bunch. We have a very experienced team of people across the Move Group, and on behalf of the board, would like to acknowledge all they have done for our business over the past year. We know that change can be challenging, and we thank them for their commitment to drive that change and improve our company. Like many companies over the last 18 months, we've been impacted by the global recession, cost inflation, and unwinding of product stockpiles as the global supply chain returned to normal. We faced driver shortages and increasing wage pressure until the immigration rules introduced as part of the COVID response were relaxed. This meant a business climate in FY23 where revenue was muted and expenses rose. These combined resulted in lower profit. We focused on retaining profitable customers, keeping our team in place so we could deliver for customers and reducing costs where possible. At the same time, we have kept up our investment on those foundational projects important for our future, such as investment in digital platforms. Craig will lead us through a more detailed review of the FY23 results. Making sure we have the right leadership of our company is arguably the most important task of the board, and after a thorough independent process, we were delighted to select Craig Evans. He has been built a very capable executive team around himself, also bringing in new leaders in sales and HR to strengthen the team. The health, safety and well-being of our people is priority for the board and management. In FY23, we again improved our health and safety record in both the rate of injury and the time required off work from injury. We continue on the journey to improve our sustainability and to reduce our carbon emissions. You'll see that we've included more about our environmental and risk management in the Taking Care of What Matters section in our annual report. We're preparing and will be ready for the mandatory climate-related disclosures reporting regime. We launched our pilot Trans-Tasman shipping service during the year. Like most new business endeavours, it has taken a little longer to develop and not all gone exactly to plan, but we continue to see value in this offering as another revenue stream and service for our customers, many of whom are Trans-Tasman. The conversion of the convertible note in June 2023 allowed us to significantly reduce debt, a better position in this current economic cycle. We're tightly managing the cash that we have, making sure we can deliver change but also spend funds wisely. The board has not declared a dividend for FY23. We believe that preservation of cash is the appropriate action to take in this current economic climate, and while we continue to invest in strengthening our business, we continue to actively consider when it will be appropriate to start dividends again. As part of our recognition of the contribution our people make to the business, the board intends to implement a company-wide cash profit sharing scheme that aligns incentives for the Move team directly with the company's financial performance. Craig is a big supporter of this and has surrendered the 1 million restricted share units that he was issued upon commencing his role to ensure that his incentives are aligned with those offered to the wider Move team. Although that means we don't have a share incentive scheme at the moment, we still see there may be value in this in the future. Like many of you, we're unhappy with where the share price is today and see our biggest impact will be by focusing on current financial performance and building the future business. We focused on ensuring a long-term sustainable future for Move, building a stronger business as well as weathering this tough economic cycle and improving our financial returns. In conclusion, we are making good progress with our strategy, although we have been impacted by the economic environment, and we're progressing more slowly than we had anticipated. We have clarity on our growth plan and the initiatives that will improve our financial performance. Looking forward to FY24, the business environment has continued to be tough, with our communities feeling the pinch from inflation and the rising cost of living, which dampens down demand for our services and is driving increasing competitive pricing. It is not clear when the economic environment will improve, but our focus now is to grow our revenue, improve our margins, and strengthen each division. We're confident that we have the right leadership, people, and plans in place to achieve our goals and now unleash our potential. Thank you for listening. I'd like to pass the meeting over to Craig to speak more. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorraine. Welcome, everybody. Haere mai. I'm delighted to be here today. Excuse my voice. I'll try and get through without losing my voice. But I'm delighted to be here today talking to the shareholders at my very first annual meeting for Move. It has been an interesting first 8 months as I've travelled our network, listening to our people, talking to our customers, and understanding the challenges we are facing. But more exciting for us all is the potential of our business. Move is one of New Zealand's largest transport and logistics providers, with 41 branches, depots, cross-docks, warehouses and offices across New Zealand. Built on a nationwide network of leading regional brands and businesses, we are now emerging as one cohesive group. By leveraging the strength and expertise of each entity within our organisation, we have created an end-to-end supply chain solution with capability across a wide range of sectors and industries. This ability to service customers across New Zealand sets us apart from many other providers who do not have the same strength, scale, regional or sector presence. Our vision for Move is clear: to be the preferred freight and logistics company in Australasia. While there is still work to do, every day we are seeing progress towards achieving our goals. We continue to steadfastly pursue our strategy, which centres around 3 core areas: building a better, stronger business, smart growth and expansion, and taking care of what matters. More recently, our focus has sharpened on our customers, our offer, our people, and driving revenue and returns. These priorities reflect our commitment to delivering exceptional value to our customers, nurturing our talented team, and ensuring the long-term success and prosperity of our company. Challenging economic conditions, extreme weather events, and softening customer demand following the post-COVID surge in activity all affected our business in FY23. For Move, the extreme weather events saw some of our branches cut off from the network and delays in freight movements. I was very proud of our team. We pulled together to support each other and the communities during this time. FY23 sales revenue of $343.9 million and normalised EBITDA of $47.4 million reflected investment in future growth initiatives, moderating consumer demand in response to economic conditions, and the ongoing freight improvement program and weather events. All business, excluding freight, delivered revenue gains, with contract logistics, Move's largest division, delivering a solid year-on-year performance, helping to offset a soft result from the freight division. A primary driver of the freight result was the rate realignment to market in FY22, which resulted in the contraction of our customer base, mainly lower margin clients, as well as the loss of a customer contract of $11 million per annum from December 2022. A key focus for our team is on rebuilding the customer base for freight. Debt was significantly reduced following the conversion of the convertible note in June, and free cash flow remained strong at $35.4 million. Detailed information on our FY23 result and progress was provided in our results presentation and annual report, which are all available on our website in the Investor Centre. We will be happy to take any questions on these later in the meeting. We have 4 divisions with growth strategies in place for all of these. Our 2 largest divisions are freight and contract logistics, which underpin our business. In FY23, we welcome the specialist business back into the fold. The initiatives undertaken over the past 2 years to reset the business, some of which are still in progress, are creating a step change for this organisation. We are focused on working our assets smarter and investing into a fleet and technology. The digital transformation has stepped up pace, and we continue to develop our new transport management system prior to rollout in the first half of 2024. Fuse It offers significant benefits, including improved visibility, better information for our customers, and allows us to make better, faster decisions and manage peaks and surges more effectively. We've also made a sizable investment in digital hardware that support our business, such as the fit-for-purpose scanners. We are strengthening our multimodal offer and are looking to collaborate more across our industry with the likes of rail. This means working in partnership with the best-in-class providers to ensure the optimum solution for our customers. This will help us grow while preserving our capital. One of the most important things we are doing is increasing collaboration across our business so we move from a silo to a group mentality. There is still work to do in this area, but we're making rapid progress. Despite some customer churn, particularly following the freight rate realignment, pleasingly we are seeing new customer partnerships and renewals. Having the right people in place to lead our business is essential, and we have made a number of appointments in recent months with new leadership in our freight business, a new GM of People and Culture, and a new National Sales Manager who started with us just this month. We recognise that the effects of what we do every day go beyond our company and the impact on our people, our communities and our environment. We are committed to ensuring that as much as possible, these effects are beneficial and sustainable. While we are at the early stages of our ESG journey, we are making good progress. Our ESG practices are focused around those areas where we can drive meaningful change. We acknowledge the urgent need to address climate change and are mindful that, by nature, the transport industry is a high carbon emitter. Alternative fuels are still some years from being commercially accessible for the transport industry, and we are therefore looking at other avenues to reduce our footprint. We have identified a number of opportunities, from investing in newer, lower-emitting trucks through to route optimisation to reduce empty kilometres, collection and recycling of waste, to electrifying our forklifts. We are constantly evaluating and improving our practices and are proactively integrating climate consideration into our investment decisions. We will continue to look at other opportunities to reduce our emissions in collaboration with the like-minded suppliers, industry colleagues and customers. Our move to incorporate other modes of freight transports, such as shipping and rail, as part of our customer solutions will also help to reduce our impact and take heavy trucks off New Zealand roads. Health and safety remains a priority, and technology plays an important part of this. It is a constant focus for our team, and we are pleased that our safety metrics improved again this year. Move has a team of extraordinary people. We recently appointed Rachel Hustler as our new GM People and Culture, and in building a strategy that will create a unified culture with a high level of trust and accountability, where people are empowered and believe in our Move brand. We are focused on promoting from within, with the majority of our new leadership roles filled by our own people by 2026. We're also looking to introduce school leaver and graduate programs that will attract young talents, allowing them to grow and contribute to our organisation. Already it's been great to welcome our first 2 grabs in our marketing team. I'll now hand over to Rachel Hustler for a short video of her and her team.
At Move, we take immense pride in our dedicated team of more than 1,100 professionals who embody our values, are passionate about our industry and believe in Move's potential. As the new GM of People and Culture, my team's goal is to support our long-term strategy that unites our people, keeps them engaged, instills a profound belief in our brand and paves the way for their growth. Over the last few months, we've expanded our People and Culture team and our offerings. We have 15 amazing team members, most who have come from within the business and are all focused on creating an inclusive and supportive environment where our people can not just succeed but can thrive. We've got some exciting initiatives in play, including the launch of a new graduate program to find our next generation of talent, the design and implementation of a group-wide internal quality audit, which will measure performance and is used as a tool for internal growth and improvement throughout our network. We also want to encourage our team's growth and development. We will start with rollout of a leadership development program to support our team leaders and provide them with the tools they need to get the best out of their people. We're also committed to establishing a company-wide profit sharing scheme. These are just a few things we're sinking our teeth into, but there's plenty more to keep the team busy and play our part in the success of Move. We're excited about the next 12 months. You will see us working in the business, supporting the branches and getting valuable insights and feedback from our teams. Our goal is to create an inclusive culture of safely working together, solving problems and delivering solutions that drive positive outcomes for our customers and shareholders.
An impressive young lady. We have recently initiated Project Blueprint to direct our efforts across the group. This is a dual pathway program that will create a strong launchpad to support our future growth ambitions with a more effective, higher margin business model that encapsulates on Move's strengths. Our immediate priority is to right-size our business. This will provide more immediate financial benefit for the business and remove costs from our organisation. It involves a comprehensive review of our operating costs and structure to ensure we are best placed to maximise our performance while the growth strategy takes hold. We're also focused on organic growth through careful customer acquisition and a focus on building base volumes while allowing capacity for higher margin business. We are investing in sales resource with a targeted approach to growing Move. We will also look to more industry collaboration and partnerships. Initiatives already in play under Project Blueprint are delivering early benefits, including improved cost disciplines, stronger leadership across the business, and a continuing transition from silo businesses to a unified group, which allows us to better service our customers and enhance our end-to-end supply chain solution. The Freight Improvement Program continues, and we're making good progress. However, in some cases, we're having to go backwards to unscramble the omelette before we can move forwards. Over the last 6 months, the focus has been on stabilising the team and focusing on higher margin business. The division has been restructured into 2 clear offers: LCL, less than container load, and FTL, full truckload. LCL provides the most opportunity for our business with higher margin and increased opportunity for value-add services. The LCL branch network is very robust, with capacity to take on new business with limited extra cost. In Napier and Tauranga, we have combined freight and contract logistics onto one site, providing synergies and cost benefits. This is something we will continue to look at in other cities and regions. Our priority is on rebuilding activity, and we are right-sizing the business for current demand, while retaining the ability to scale up for anticipated growth. Move is seen as a very credible alternative to other large providers in the market. Our team culture and focus on building relationships with our customers appeals to businesses looking for a partnership approach, and we are winning new business every week. This is the division that needs the most work. However, over the long term, it offers a key opportunity to drive revenue and profit for our group. In particular, the increasing unity between our freight and warehouse teams will continue to strengthen our returns and customer experience. Contract logistics provides solutions for large customers and is built on long-term relationships. It comprises our warehousing and fuel assets and works with other businesses within our group to provide end-to-end supply chain solutions. The focus on FY23 was the utilisation of capacity and getting the most out of the assets which we already own. This has largely been achieved with strong warehousing demand and activity despite economic conditions. A highlight for the fuels business was the renewal of the Z Energy fuel transport and distribution contract. While there is still positive momentum, a softer year is expected in FY24 as customer activity slows in response to economic conditions. Our focus is on efficiency improvement, excellent service delivery, customer retention and winning new business. While small, Move's international division provides valuable freight forwarding and shipping agency services through a number of joint ventures and partnerships. In the current economic climate, we have seen some reduction in demand for these services. The division is also home to our latest initiative, Move Ocean's Trans-Tasman shipping service. This commenced in January 2023, and as at the end of August, we have successfully completed more than 8 round trips between Australia and New Zealand. However, the most recent voyage was disrupted by mechanical failure, with the vessel needing to be towed to port for repairs. We expect a significant portion of the cost to be recovered by insurance and have chartered a vessel to ensure service continuity is maintained. The new Trans-Tasman service has provided an additional revenue stream, and we are fielding encouraging inquiry from customers, with the added potential of new business spilling into other landside services such as freight and warehousing. We had also been working on the final design of a new build vessel for a proposed alternative sea freight solution around coastal New Zealand. Essential to this strategy was that the new vessel was capable of loading and unloading cargo at smaller regional ports in a variety of weather and tidal conditions. Some critical limitations have been identified, and we have now been advised that a suitable vessel cannot be designed that meets our essential requirements. Accordingly, Move will not be proceeding with the construction of a new vessel, and we will keep Move Oceans focused on the Trans-Tasman pilot services for the short to medium term. The specialist business, comprising Transcar heavy haulage and machinery movers, both offering specialist service with a focus on project work. Move's breadth, scale and expertise in this area is unsurpassed by any other provider in New Zealand. After being severely impacted by COVID-related delays and disruption in FY21-22, projects has been coming back on stream. However, the weather this year has seen some timelines extended further. Machinery Movers carries large and oversized items and is one of the largest carriers of precast concrete panels for the construction industry. Over a very busy period in FY22 and early FY23, activity is now slowing, driven by moderation in apartment buildings under construction in Auckland at this time. A substantial pipeline of work is in place, especially in the power generation sector, where Specialist is recognised as a market leader with significant expertise. As part of Project Blueprint Review, we have identified a number of opportunities for this business to leverage its specialist skills and competence to gain entry into other market sectors that we don't currently compete in. We're excited to have Specialists back in the fold. Not only are they a great business, they also undertake some really interesting work. Here's a quick look at how they move. Move Specialist Division is home to Transcar heavy haulage and machinery movers, both renowned for their specialist services. In the wake of a strategic review in full year 22, we've decided to keep our Specialist Division right where it belongs, within the Move Logistics family. Why? because it's a high-performance division delivering robust margins with undiscovered opportunity for expansion.
We move freight that requires specialist lifting, handling and transport. Heavy haulage, machinery transport, oversized cargo movements, we can move anything. At Transcar Heavy Haulage, we tackle projects that demand more than the ordinary. Our expertise and scale in New Zealand is unparalleled. But we're not just about size, it's the precision, the finesse and the dedication to excellence that sets us apart. From wind turbines to transformers, super yachts to project cargo, we can do it all. Meanwhile, our Machinery Movers division specialises in machinery extraction and installation. We've built a successful name in the market, both in general construction work, factory machinery relocation, and specialising in the handling of heavy power plant equipment, transformers, generators and turbines. This complements services offered by Transcar, giving a total logistics package to the industry. We're also one of the largest carriers of precast concrete panels in the construction industry. With a bustling year, we've made our mark in the construction sector, especially with apartment buildings taking shape. Across our two businesses, we have an extensive fleet of trucks, low loaders, step deck trailers, extendable trailers, forklifts, cranes, and specialised heavy haulage trailers, as well as our heavy lift and lock gantry systems capable of lifting up to 435 tonne. The future holds growth opportunities for us as we expand into new sectors. Whether it's the dismantling of Marsden Point, the TY Point smelter expansion, wind energy projects or offshore wind farms, we're ready to make our mark. Large-scale projects are lining up. We remain a trusted name in the power generation sector, offering unrivaled expertise.
In the specialist division of Move Logistics Group New Zealand, we're not just movers, we're creators of progress, architects of innovation and builders of the future. Working together, we'll continue to keep our customers moving. As expected, the slowing economic conditions have prevailed into FY24. However, they have been tougher and longer than initially anticipated, leading to a measurable downtrading from some of our customers in the first quarter. The freight improvement program remains in progress, and some softening is expected in contract logistics in FY24 in response to economic conditions. We remain focused on embedding change, building our market share and improving margins across all our businesses. The work we've been doing and continue to do to strengthen our business stands us in good stead in the more challenging economic cycle. We have robust networks, a clear pathway, more professional management in our businesses, good diversity across sectors, and customers who are strong and engaged, and a more engaged workforce. While there's still work to be done to strengthen our business to support growth, we are making progress. Our team is engaged and excited about our potential, and we are united in our pursuit of quality and success. I believe wholeheartedly in Move's potential and the ability of our team to achieve our goals. Kai kite anō. I'll hand you back to Lorraine Whitten.
Why don't you just stay there for a second, because we're going to move to questions. So this is an opportunity now for shareholders to ask any questions on our FY23 performance or anything of the presentations you've seen so far. The resolutions, I'll take questions when we address those. So firstly, perhaps I'll take a question from the floor. And if you would like to just wait till the microphone comes to you, because we would like our people online to be able to hear you if you have a question. Oliver.
Thank you, Craig. It's great to hear from you. Lorraine mentioned that you surrendered your restricted share units in favour of what will become a company-wide incentive scheme. I hope that wasn't too painful. But in terms of FY24 disclosures, what can Move commit to in terms of putting forward effective and comprehensive disclosure as regards your incentive methodology and payments?
Well, he actually volunteered to surrender his restricted share units because he really wanted to be part of a scheme that's aligned with everyone. Do you want to speak to the principles of the scheme for this?
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, my pedigree has been, results are based on profitability. And so it's important not to be a hypocrite, that, that the team are on this journey together and not some CEO standing on a podium who has some other benefits. So it was important to me for the cultural enhancement of this business. Is the main reason that I made that decision early.
Sorry, we certainly applaud you for that. In terms of disclosure, and in terms of what we can expect for disclosure as to the incentive scheme going forward?
Yes, that hasn't been finalised. Thank you. Are there any other questions from the floor? Jackie, are there any questions online?
We had one question prior to the meeting in regards to the resumption of dividend payments.
Right, yeah, I did speak briefly, I think, to that, and the question came in before the meeting. We're not recommending a dividend in FY23, but it certainly remains on our radar to make sure that we can resume dividends as soon as it's appropriate. So we haven't declared one yet, but it is one of the things we realise is really important to shareholders, and as soon as we're able to, we will resume dividends.
We have another 2 questions.
Sure.
The first question, the current share price would seem to indicate a general lack of interest in the company's performance. Is the company at risk of a takeover bid?
Well, firstly, I think, I hope you get a sense today of the focus that we have on improving our financial performance. I think the most important thing that we can do to help our share price is improve our financial performance and make sure we have a strong and robust business that takes us through into the future. And regarding a takeover, I guess there's always that risk. If shares are undervalued, companies are undervalued, there is a risk of takeover. We've had no whiff of anything like that, so there's nothing to report in that regard, but we would be ready should that circumstance eventuate.
The next question is from Neil Carles. Will you reinstate employees who left due to the COVID-19 mandates?
I would absolutely support reinstating anybody if they were appropriate and they wanted to apply. I think there was, around the board table, there was certainly support for people that wanted to make their own decisions regarding the mandates, and we had some people that didn't need to be vaccinated, but I think we've all moved forward in that regard, and we would be open to absolutely receiving an application from anybody who was in that situation.
That's all the online questions for the moment.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Craig. I'll now move to the resolutions part of the meeting. These were notified to you in the notice of meeting and explanatory notes that have been provided. Only shareholders, proxy holders or corporate representatives of shareholders may vote on today's resolutions. Voting on each resolution is by way of a poll. Please cast your vote if you're online under the Vote tab, and otherwise they will collect voting forms here today. We'll take a question on each of the resolutions as they're put to shareholders. My fellow directors and I have been given some proxy votes, and we will vote all discretionary proxies we've received in favour of the resolutions as set out in the notice of meeting. The first resolution is to authorise the directors to fix the fees and expenses of PwC, the company's auditor. And are there any questions on this resolution? Are there any questions online? No, there isn't. In that case, I will take a moment while you vote on that resolution. Okay, the second resolution today, thank you, is regarding the election of Julia Rao. Julia's profile has been provided in the notice of meeting, and she brings valuable skills and expertise to Move, and the board unanimously supports her election. I'll now ask Julia to say a few words.
Thanks, Lorraine. Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Julia Rao. I'm a proud and passionate New Zealander. I was born in Auckland, raised in West Auckland, and now live in Central Auckland. I'm married to Simon and have 3 children who are 25, 20 and 11, so I've got lots of age groups covered if you need any advice. As well as Move, you know, I'm on other boards. I won't list them again. I'm a chartered member of the NZ Institute of Directors and a graduate of the Australian Institute of Company Directors. And across my portfolio, I chair a number of board committees, including People and Culture, Health, Safety and Wellbeing, and I also sit on a number of other committees, including Audit and Risk, Environment and Sustainability, and Clinical Health Risk. We live in a time of exponential change and disruption at both a local and global scale, and this also provides us with significant opportunity. I'm a technologist at heart, and prior to moving full-time into governance, I spent 17 years with Air New Zealand, and during that time I had the privilege of leading teams to develop and deliver a number of innovative world-class products and services that I'm sure many of you here today are likely familiar with. But they drove revenue and loyalty, they engaged our customers and our people. Working with technology and in organisations who are delivering great customer experiences through transformation and innovation has always been my passion, particularly at Kiwi entities, and I'm excited at the opportunities that we can continue to deliver across the Move Group with our continuing digital transformation program that will bring value to our customers, our people and our organisation, and ultimately to you, our shareholders. I'm a firm believer that the success and sustainability of New Zealand, a country that I absolutely love, relies on great New Zealand organisations with exemplary leadership and execution, and that's where I place myself. I've been fortunate in my career to have been part of very successful entities, and each of those entities have faced significant headwinds at times in their business cycle, requiring ruthless, prioritised and balanced focus between cost out or investment or transformation programs, many of which I was either part of or I myself led. Move's vision is to be the preferred freight and logistics provider in Australasia. You've heard from Craig today how he and the executive team, with the full support of the board, are reshaping and strengthening the business, investing in and expanding core competencies to drive organic growth, ensuring a priority focus on health and safety, our people and culture, and increasing market share with strong delivery for our customers. And I believe my skills and experience in a number of areas, I was going to list them but I'm not going to, I've talked about them already, will strongly support Move as we continue our transformation and deliver upon our strategy. And with your support, I'll continue to be a proud and very active member of the Move Logistics Board. Thank you for your support.
Thanks. Thank you, Julia. Are there any questions for Julia or for us? Anyone, any questions online? Okay. In that case, then I'll put the resolution that Julia Rao is appointed by the board during the year and be elected as a director of the company. Please cast your vote. Okay, thank you. That concludes the resolutions for today's meeting, and we'll leave the voting online open just for another minute or so to ensure that you've cast your vote on both resolutions. Link will collect any voting forms that you have here, and they'll come to the end of the row right now if you have that for us, please. I'd like to thank you, our shareholders, for your participation today at today's meeting. The results of the voting will be posted on the NZX and our company website as soon as practical. Now we open up for any other general business that shareholders would like to raise, or any other further questions. Anything further from our moderator online? Thank you. I won't close the voting just yet. Okay, thank you. I think that's done. I'll now close the voting. Thank you. And I'll call the meeting to a close. Please join us for refreshments afterwards. Thank you very much.